What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us here at IGC, Impact Gaming Center in, I almost said St. Louis, Missouri. We are about 15 minutes from St. Louis, Missouri. We are in the fabulous Fairview Heights in Illinois. Like I said, just about 15 minutes from downtown St. Louis. But yeah, we are excited. I am excited. We are about to start round one. We have Bobby O on Domain Zoo versus Zach G on Izzet Murktide. So we are excited to get these games underway. We have 4 awesome rounds of Magic the Gathering content here for you. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And we will be getting started momentarily here at Impact Gaming Center. Alrighty, here we go. Game 1, match 1 of the night. Like I said, we got Bobby O and Zach G. Looks like we are going to be getting a stomping ground and a wild Nicodle. Bobby just bought that, I think. I don't know if it's the same one, but we had a foil one in the case, and he's like, let me get that. So, absolutely. Flame Slash. Gonna take down the Nicodle. I think that was a secret layer art, so I do apologize. Just a flooded strand from Bobby and a pass back. Zach gonna take a draw step. And that is a preordained secret layer. Man, these secret layers are gonna give me some trouble tonight. I can already tell. Looks like a preordain, and I can't quite see the other card for Zach. See what he wants to do with it. Consulting the hand, gonna bottom, then he'll get to draw. Plays the Thundering Falls. This is a new Scryline. He'll put Snapcaster Mage in the bin. Pass back. Fetch land here. Bobby's gonna drop to 16. Got quite a few people in the building tonight. I didn't quite get a count on how many are participating in the modern tournament, but we will definitely let you know as the night goes on. Bobby gets I believe that's a Savvy Triome. Plays another Flooded Strand. And there's a Scion of Draco, right on time. All right, Misty Rainforest for Zach. And a pass back. Wow. So nothing going for Zach. It looks like he has a Subtlety in hand. That's the one card I can actually make out. Wooded foothills, he's going to crack. Go down to 15. And we're going to crack here. So Zach going to drop to 17. Get the Cup Island, a great island if I do say so myself. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. We do appreciate it. If you're watching live on twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center, feel free to, chat with us. I would love to hear your take on these games and have some discourse. If you're watching, though, on YouTube, make sure you comment, like I said. And, of course, subscribe. So there's a Tide Binder. Going to 12, so he's shocking and fetching. But yeah, we have quite the crowd here in Fairview Heights tonight. Like I said, I don't have an exact number, but yeah, a ton of people. And I would encourage you all to follow us on all of our social media channels. We post regularly on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and of course, Twitch and YouTube. Alrighty, steam vents. Down to 13. And there's a Ragavan. Pass turn. Zach's going to have to find a way to deal with this he has a subtlety, but deal with this Scion of Draco. Things are only getting worse for him. Technically ahead on life total, but he's behind on board. Not where you want to be with the Izzet Murktide deck. It really, really wants to play from ahead as much as possible. And we're going to have an Leyline Binding flashing in response. Flame of Anor. All right. And there's Leyline of the Guild Pack. And that's going to do it. I think Bobby takes game number uno here from Zach. So game one going to Bobby. All right. As we consult the sideboards here. All right, we're back. We're back. We've got game number 2. Bobby did win game 1. And there's a Nicodle for Bobby. And Zach let us off with a Flooded Strand, the blue-white fetch land. We're going to get the blue-red Surveil land there at instep. Very good. These Surveil lands are so darn good in modern and formats beyond modern because you can instep, just get them, surveil, do your thing. Besides, he wants the card that was on top. Didn't quite get a good look at it, but there is a Misty Rainforest and a pass back. There's a Steam Vents, a shot. Down to 15. And an attack. Let's take a look at this. Territorial Kavu. There is Territorial Kavu on screen for you. It's got domain. Territorial's power and toughness is equal to the number of basic land types. And whenever it attacks, choose one, discard a card, you draw a card, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Very, very nice piece of technology for this domain deck. Can't quite tell what they're at life total wise. Doing a good job of keeping up with it. It's just and they're knocking that camera around like crazy. All right, Bobby attacks. Plays a forest. Nice foil John Avon forest. There's a Kavu. And a pass back. Yeah, unfortunately, I actually don't think they're keeping track on the... Zach's not keeping up with it. Hang tight. All right, yeah. Not quite up to date on that. Zach is at 12. Plays a Plains. Yet again, another beautiful John Avon. Not sure if that one's foil. And this is... One, two. So, Bobby electing to draw and discard with his Kavu. He's got 3 types because of that Magus of the Moon. Tapping 3 for Flame of Venor. Down to 9 goes Zach. But that was a good play. Definitely Flame of Nor, very powerful. And here's a binding. Gonna take away. Gonna take down that Magus once and for all. The draw was, I believe that's a preordain. We've got a Snapcaster Mage. There's a Shiny Island. Gonna fetch here. I believe that takes him to 8. Get a breeding pool. Pick your poison. Pretty darn good. So sacrifice and enchantment, and there goes. This is, oh my gosh, pick your poison is an absolute beast of a card. So good. For 1 mana. Yeah, they're for 1 mana. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment, or each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. So good. Mikado coming in for 3. Tapping 2 mana for Snapcaster Mage, and we've got 2 blue mana. Looks like we're targeting a just a counter spell. Going to be some protection here later, so he can. The way that works is it gives the card flashback. You don't have to cast. It's not like Torrential Gearhulk. You don't have to cast it the very same turn, or the very same moment it enters the battlefield. So very good for Zach there. And of course, Snapcaster Mage did his thing and blocked. Here is Expressive Iteration. I'm trying to see what we have in hand. Is that another Magus? Can't quite make out what that card is. So Lightning Bolt, that's the card that he's picking out that's white bordered. That's going to hand. That's going to bottom. And Flame of Venor is going to be the card that he exiles. We're going to cast Flame of Venor. 5 here, and I'll draw a card. Pretty darn good. Magus the Moon is a wizard. So Flame of Venor will be in the graveyard. And he's going to get in. He's going to get in with the Magus. Down to 13 goes Bobby, and has Zach been able to turn the corner here? And there's a big old Jangatha. That Lightning Bolt in hand, not going to do a whole lot against that. Interesting, Zach could have just bolted the Nikado and put the Flame of Venor in hand, so he would have been able to... Oh, we had another one! Oh, gosh! Well, when you got it all, you got it all. I mean, that's pretty darn good. So, and another attack here. That is wild. I don't know if he had that in his hand or he top decked it. Either way, it's just brilliant. So we'll scry 2. Huh, that look was double subtlety. He's showing the camera. I love it. Oh, I love that. So he's really he's gonna keep him. I mean, you can't go wrong, right? As long as he's got blue cards in hand. Those subtleties are pretty high value this late in the game. However, I am starting to think that Zach is not playing Izzet Murktide. When he showed me his deck, I saw cards that I assume I made an assumption. Here's Leyline Binding for 4 mana. In response, another bolt. So that's going to deal 6 damage. Taking Bobby down to 5. And Magus of the Moon is finally, maybe once and for all, off the table. Unless Zach has another pick your poison. Oh my gosh, he does. Man, and Bobby shakes his head like, yep. So sacrifice that, get my Magus back. And now we know. Now we know that Zach has 2 blue spells in hand because he's got 2 subtleties. He's got 2 subtleties. Is that a bolt? He might just have win here. Depending on what's in Bobby's hand. We might be going to a game 3. Yeah, let's read this. Trample, domain. We're going to subtlety it. Never mattered. And he's hard casting subtlety. And that'll do it. We're going to get to go to a game 3 here in round 1 at Impact Gaming Center in the fantastic Fairview Heights, Illinois. Zach wins game number 2. He will likely be on the draw against Domain Zoo, piloted by Bobby O. The most exciting 2 words in competitive Magic is game 2. Thanks everybody though for hanging out. We appreciate it here at Impact Gaming. If you're watching on Twitch, come on, get in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Get involved with the live stream. And if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're in the St. Louis area, come on up. We close at midnight tonight. Obviously, you probably don't want to join the modern FNM, but we have probably 20 or so players playing free, just casual Commander. And then tomorrow night, tomorrow, all day actually, we're having winner boxes all day. So that'll be very exciting. Just $20 winner boxes for Commander, for Pioneer, Modern, and even Draft. So we are very excited for that. But yeah, we are stoked just to be here. Let's get down to the battlefield to see how we are. Yeah, the winner box does start at 1 p.m. So it is all day though, from 1 all the way till the time we close our doors at 10 p.m. I probably fire the last one off, probably around 8 o'clock-ish. But yeah, come on up. Bring some friends, bring some decks. Try and win some packs, store credit. But yeah, looks like, yeah, this is going to be an exciting game 3. I believe Zach is probably just playing, is it Wizards? Is Tribal Flames good again? What's up, Caterberg? How are you doing tonight? You got to make it up here, man. Make it out to Impact Gaming Center. We, huge gaming facility, 22,000 square feet, depending on who you ask and how you measure. Is it Wizards making you want to build? Yeah, pulling out Snapchat. Hey, last week we saw on camera Grixis Wizards, and that deck was pretty spicy. This one, not as spicy, but still pretty sweet. Love seeing the Snapcaster Mages being shuffled up and played at a competitive level, Modern. I know it's just FNM, but man, Modern is always a competitive battleground. We got game number 3, round number 1 here, and it looks like Bobby's going to take a mulligan. He is likely on the play. Zach seemingly in the tank here. Looks like he's probably going to keep. $20,000 square feet. Hey, we get that too, though, right? K command is sweet. Can't be worth the bad mana. I think so. It was Jake Stellick, and he was playing the black for Terminate, I believe, and Thought Seizes, and you know your typical stuff that comes from black in Modern. All right, there's 6 cards, or 7 cards rather, for Bobby. But yeah, Caterbird, come on out. Get on camera. Play some Storm, dude. The Case of the Ransacked Room, or whatever it's called. That card's pretty good in bringing back Modern Gift Storm. All right, looks like Bobby is ready. He's going to put that one, maybe. Very cool playmats from both of these players. Classic Magic the Gathering show and tell. And then a Pip-Boy. Can't beat it. Start us off. Sacred Foundry, Ragavan. That's a good start. Was just in Georgia, but would love to play again. Bryant. Yeah. Yeah, I saw him. He was playing it. Yeah, the playmats are awesome. The playmats are absolutely killing it. All right, there's Ragavan and there's a Magus of the Moon. We're probably not we're not casting that probably anytime soon if we're Bobby. And I'm pretty sure right now they're having the conversation of like Zach's like, "Are you sure you don't want to cast the Magus?" Kind of turns Bobby's entire deck off, so. Cook with 3-2 with it. It was brutal. Modern is just, yeah, I think you're right. I don't know about the exact record, but I watched his video and I was like, yeah, it's pretty brutal. I always get a kick out of it though. Every time I see it, every time he posts a video about Gift Storm, I watch it. All right, Indatha Triumph, back to the action. We got an Indatha Triumph inbound for Bobby. Down to 17. And there's a Scion. That's so fast. And pass back. Crack of the fetch land takes Zach down to 17. Our Surveil lands? Yeah, they're really good with fetch lands. They're even good in Pioneer. You play like one, you know, if you're like a mid-range or control deck, obviously you play them, but yeah, they're pretty good. So we'll fetch for a breeding pool. So pick your poison. Probably the tech here. If I was a betting man, I would imagine Zach probably has a pick your poison in hand for that Scion. Maybe even a bolt for this Ragavan. That'd be a pretty good turn here. And there's the pick your poison. So bye-bye Scion. To the bin you go. Pick your poison is insane. Especially the older the format gets, the better that card is. Just has so many modes. So many modes. And Ragavan gonna get in there. Attack. No blocks. Let's reveal that top card. It's an island. And that'll get exiled. Bobby should get a treasure token. But yeah, pick your poison's insane. And we'll fetch here. Zach, not helping me with his life total. Bobby's been doing a great job. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. If this is your first time watching here on twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center, make sure you follow. We stream every single Friday. We stream our modern tournaments. So make sure to follow and then go subscribe to us on YouTube. Impact Gaming Center over there. We have all of our VODs up on the YouTubes. And of course, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the places. TikTok. Looks like Zach is in the tank. And here's 3 mana. Oh, yep. Right on time. Oh, we can't play that. We don't have a red mana source. Unfortunate. So that pick your poison might be coming back to haunt him in the long run. Granny was just going to get smacked down by the Scion of Draco, but all right. Zach not doing a very, not doing us any favors with showing us what's in his hand. That's okay. We still like Zach. Ah, yeah, I can't see it either. So top, bottom, and we'll draw. That was a preordain. The, I wonder what that was. Probably a red source, I would imagine. Oh, upkeep, fire ice. We're gonna ice your land. So this will tap down his land if that is in fact the mode that we're going with. Classic card. We're gonna Stubborn Denial. So maybe he was firing. That leads me to believe he was firing because there's no reason to tap the land, you know, tap the land that he's already tapping. So it's likely that that was just a fire targeting Ragavan and he didn't want Ragavan to die. We'll get a treasure and we'll reveal Flooded Strand. That'll go to exile. And Bobby is on a roll right here. How many boxes? It's this weekend. So yeah, tomorrow starting at 1 p.m. we'll be doing the Boxapalooza, Boxathon, whatever you want. Win a Boxathon, I think is what a pretty decent term for it. All right, Zach gonna crack a fetch. Get a red source, yep. Yeah. Oh, that's true, yeah. So he iced the land and then he got Stubborn Denial. I wonder why Bobby Stubborn Denialed it. That's interesting, right? Like, why? Because ice just taps 1 permanent, right? Or is it 2? He was icing Ragavan. It looked like he pointed at the land, but you're probably right. Here is a lightning bolt. Take care of that pesky Magus of the Moon. And Bobby is in the driver's seat, man. This Ragavan is really just, he's riding it to victory. But yeah, I think that's a pretty fair conclusion to jump to, is he was just icing the Ragavan. Because this Ragavan is running away with the game at this point. Attack for 2. We'll reveal. Ooh, counterspell. Well, that's not great to reveal off of Ragavan. And a pass back. Little untap. And another Magus of the Moon. Do we have any responses? We've got treasures, though, for Bobby. Obviously, it hurts his domain plan. But as long as he has that Ragavan generating treasures, he's going to be able to cast spells. We're going to fetch. I didn't even know those were fetches. With all the different arts and frames. Down to 15 goes Bobby. Probably getting some basics here, I would imagine. Yep, Forest and a Plains. Again, the beautiful John Avon. That unglued, I believe. And Ragavan getting in there. Misty Rainforest, that'll get exiled. Man, Zach's top of his deck really hasn't been very kind to him. Hasn't been kind to Bobby either, but... Looking at all the exile cards. Here's a Wild Nacatl. It's going to be a 3/3. I don't know what card this is. Counter Stern Scolding. That's a wizard right there. What you talking about, Caterbury? He's been using Flame of Anor. Snapcaster Mage is a wizard. But yeah, he certainly isn't drawing them. He certainly isn't drawing them. Not this game, at least. Yeah, there's a Flame of Anor. Probably deal 5 and draw a card, I would imagine. Yep. Draw 2 cards. Card's nuts. Card's nuts. I see a Tidebinder in his hand. Sweet. Alt art. Yeah. Appreciate you, Caterberg. Have a great night. Alrighty. How does Bobby want to proceed? He's got 3 basic lands. He's got mountain, plains, and forest. Just making him chump here. How low do you want to go, Zach? That is the question here. He could offer the trade. That unlocks all of Bobby's types. All right, so Zach does offer the trade. Now we have more than just mountains. Can't quite see what's in Bobby's hand, though, either. Happened 3 mana? Just kidding. We'll have a think about it. Decisions. I wish I knew what was in his hand, because I could potentially talk through what he's thinking about, but 3 mana. Yep. Cycle in the Savvy Triumph. Or, well, one of the Triumphs. Alt art, I'm not sure which one that is. Tribal Flames. Yeah, and that will do it. Tribal Flames dealing. I guess Zach was actually at 5, but yeah, that'll do it. Bobby, taking it down with Domain Zoo over Zach G on Izzet Wizards. That does it for round number 1, but stay tuned if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. The next video probably be coming up pretty soon. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're watching on Twitch, we will be back momentarily for round 2 of 4 tonight here at Impact Gaming Center. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate you here at Impact Gaming Center. Adios, everybody.